Hey, Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Look, a lot of people are still a little bit confused on how they could use LinkedIn to network better. And by the way, you can do networking like in person as well. There's Society of Clinical Research Associates, which has free local meetups for the chapters. And there's also the Association of Clinical Research Professionals that has local free meetups for the chapters. And then up in Canada, some of my Canadian buddies, they have their own networking. So there's plenty of networking to do in person and online. What I'm going to do is show you really quickly how to use LinkedIn to do some networking. So first thing you want to do, let's start with me. Okay, you go to somebody's profile, and I would like to pick one. So here's myself, Dan Sfera. So you go to this person's profile, and you don't necessarily have to like pick somebody that you want to network with. You might, that's not a bad strategy, but you might want to go somewhere as well where it's like easier, a little bit easier for you to figure out, okay, where you could fit in with a comment. So when you network on LinkedIn, don't spam, don't message, don't inbox until you get to know the person. Like, don't be that person who just messages someone cold before you even get to know them. So this strategy works whether you're somebody already in the industry or someone trying to break into the industry. If you're someone trying to break into the industry, obviously it's a little bit harder because you may not have an opinion on every topic you run across in clinical research. But if you're someone who is in the industry and you're trying to level up, you're trying to network to level up, you have a lot of takes on a lot of different topics. So anyways, go to someone, here's mine, find some recent activity. So what makes a good CRA from the perspective of a coordinator? Here's another one. Sometimes it's good to find like the more popular. So here's one that got 77 likes. So click on it. You click on it by going copy link to post and then pasting the link to the actual post, or you can do it directly in the thing, but it's cleaner this way. So here's one. I went on a rant about IRBs and how in my recent experiences as a coordinator, the IRBs are spamming my inbox with like commercial things, right? And so this one might be hard if you're someone without experience trying to break in to the industry. This is why I'm saying it's harder for you guys and gals who don't have experience, but there's still ways to do that. And I'm going to show you how to go about doing that. But let's say you already are in the industry. This would be a good post for you. And matter of fact, a lot of people have been, Brad Hightower, who's another guy that I think you should definitely go to his post. We're going to do that next. So you can get into a conversation with other people who are commenting, look, like Erica's doing with Mo. They may not know each other. They may or may not know each other, but they're going to know each other because, like, if they didn't know each other, they're going to know each other because of the post. And now if I'm Erica and I want to connect with Mo or vice versa, it's easier to do it. You can say, hey, I saw your comment from the Dan Sfera post or whatever the case may be. Like, here's Daniel Perez and Brad Hightower having conversation. People are just commenting. So if you have a take on this, then leave a comment on here. This would be a really good idea for you to do that. Find a popular post and comment. So let's find Brad Hightower, who's another guy. I haven't prepared for this at all. So let's go to his recent activity. So he's always posting. So he has some activity. Let's see what he posts. Find things that he posts. So if you click on this, here's one, 34 likes, 20 comments. As a CRC, what do you do when a patient asks you if they should participate in a trial? Really interesting question to examine, and I'd be willing to bet that CRCs have much more of an influence on study participation than most people would guess. This is a good topic, actually, and he has a link to an article. But you can actually go to the comments and read, and actually come to think of it, even if you don't have experience in research, you can reply to someone else's. So here's somebody, She says, I always inform the patient of the pros and cons. I remind them that their safety is important. Somebody else put, as a CRC, I will explain about the trial, its background, number of visits. So these are all coordinated. Like, look at all the coordinators coming out here. If you're somebody that wants to be a coordinator, you should definitely network with these people and say, hey, how did you get your job? What advice do you have for me? Anything like that. If you are a coordinator, this is a great way for you to network as well. Just post some of your thoughts on this. Everybody wants a good take. So let's go to Brad. We can find similar people to him. Here's someone, Kianda. Okay, she's with Black Women in Clinical Research. So we can do the same thing with her. We can find her recent activity and find the one with a good amount of comments and engagement. Or sometimes you might want to go the other way. Like, you may go to the one where it doesn't have very many comments so that you stand out. Especially, that's especially a good hack if you are trying to network with the person who's posting. If you're just trying to get noticed by others, the ones with more comments. But if you're trying to get noticed by the person who's posting, you may actually want to find the one with not so many comments. So here's one. Happy Pride Month. This one has no comments, so it might be good if you're trying to network with her. Happy Pride Month this month and every day moving forward. Let's work on the following. So this is here's a perfect setup for if you don't even have research experience. Everybody has a take on this. So, and there's 0 comments. So that'd be one way to do it. And then just do this about 20 times a day with different people. You will eventually get noticed. And then that's basically all you do. You connect with people. Here's one I just hit home on my newsfeed. Rod Raphael, who's a great site owner, says, how come sponsors don't use LinkedIn to find good sites? We're right here waiting to hear from you. So, I mean, if you're a CRC, you can give your 2 cents, or you can also get to know Rod, get to know some of the other people in the comments. I really think that if you are somebody that wants to get into the industry, so let me show you one more thing. Let's say you're trying to get into the industry, and just like that post with Kianda, where it's like easy, like you don't even need to know anything about research to engage with her. Let's say you're somebody, because today somebody messaged me, they're in Houston, Texas, and they want to work in clinical research at a site. So Houston, Texas, clinical research. So I actually have this video here for those that need to see how to break into the industry on my blog, theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Click this tab, land a career in the industry. All right, watch this 5-hour video. That's the fundamentals. But watch this. This is how to break into clinical research. So I'm going to talk about how you can get sites interested in you based on what you can offer them, such as finding them patients, finding them studies, finding them clinicians in the community, or raising their awareness on digital marketing and branding. So the how to do all that is on this video. But let's say you know that already. So now Houston, Texas clinical research sites. Because you want to find actual sites near you. So here we go. We got a bunch of people in the greater Houston area that work as CRAs. So what I'm going to do is go until I see somebody that works at a site. So here's a clinical research program coordinator at MD Anderson. That's too big of a site. You want to go small sites. So to go with the smaller sites, you kind of have to go like more of the long tail on this search results. Or you can also do this. You can find, you can Google Houston clinical research site. And we can find some sites. West Houston Clinical Research Service, Houston Clinical Trials, ProLado Clinical Research Center. If you find like this one might be good, West Houston Clinical Research Service. You want to find ones that have like at least 3 stars. Like this one would be even better because this way you're more likely to find these people on LinkedIn. If they're like too small, sometimes you only find an owner. But let's try the one that's like, I think, too small, but maybe you can still find West Houston Clinical Research Service. So I'll go here, West Houston Clinical Research Service. Houston, here we go. I found the research director. All right. And it's this person named, and here's somebody. So I found a few people on here, but you can connect with this person. They don't have any activity. They haven't posted lately. So, like I said, this one might be like too small. So let's go to the one with 16 reviews, Mercury Clinical Research Inc. Mercury, I don't know these people. So here you go, 123. So here you get the business operations manager at Mercury Clinical. I told you I don't know them, so I'm going to connect. Here's the senior clinical research coordinator, but they don't work there. So here, let's go to Vincent Richards. All right, he's the business operations manager, and I could see activity. He hasn't posted lately. So let's see when he did post. He hasn't posted at all. So you're going to get some people like that. So let's click on the actual company. Here's Mercury Clinical Research Inc. So there are people that work there. So you can actually connect with this person. And let's see if she posted recently. Activity. Here we go. 2 weeks ago, she posted, I'm so excited to attend 2022 First Site Focused Diversity Conference in Clinical Research. We're committed to improve inclusion. So here's one, nobody commented. So she's going to notice you if you comment. Let's go see what other activity she's done. And it's just like, I'm showing you like the reality of it. Like I didn't prepare for this or anything. So here's one that she liked. Sites, it's a meme. Sites be like eat thingy. So that one, if you don't have experience, oh, she liked my video. That's awesome. See? So if you go to comment here, all right, you can like people like her will probably see your comments. So let's actually go to her posts. Did she have any recent posts? 3 months ago. So it's still okay because there's no one commenting there. But sometimes it's tough. Like sometimes you only have like a few posts you can do it. But if you're in Houston, you got a lot of sites. So this is just one site that we're looking at. So let's go back. Let's click on this other guy who apparently doesn't work. Oh no, he does work there. He's the CEO of Mercury Clinical Research Inc. So he hasn't posted lately, but you can, let's see if did he post lately? No, 3 years ago. Okay, so that one, I don't know. That one's gonna be tough. Here's one, Spring Clinical Research. So Spring, let's search for that. Spring Clinical Research Houston. Spring, well, I searched for that and I found a PI at DM Clinical Research in Houston. And I found a clinical research coordinator at Ventavia Research Group. So those are 2 people that like I didn't plan on networking with. I'm not connected with, but let's connect. And let's see what activity this person's done. She liked something recently. Let's see what she posted. You can comment here. There's nobody that's commented. You can comment. She'll probably see it, but also the company, DM Clinical Research. And look at how many people are here. So, I mean, in the interest of saving time, like you just go through all these people. Let's just pick one at random. Dr. Reese Fee. And let's see what activity she has. So hopefully she posted something. This was a month ago. No comments. So this is definitely one way to go about getting her attention, and then you just keep doing it, and then you could find other sites, and even when you don't find sites, other sites show up. So here's the one we're looking at now, DM Clinical Research. So that's how you do it. Like, that's if you don't have um, a lot of connections, or you're looking for sites, like just connect with a bunch of those kind of people and comment as much as you can. And then if you can, like, go in person at the clinic and tell them how you could help them out. That one might have been a little too big, but like I would find like smaller. Here, let's do one more. And obviously, if you're not in Houston, you do this for the cities that you're in. Clinical Trial Manager McKesson, Clinical Research Coordinator at Clinical Trial Network of Houston. So if you're someone that wants to be a coordinator in Houston, I think you want to connect with more people like Diana Barron. And she hasn't posted lately, but she has 138 connections. So she's somebody that would probably um, like reply, because not a lot of people are messaging her. And she's only been there for a year and 10 months. So she's perfect person to network with and say, hey, you know what, Diana, how did you get involved in clinical research? Let's click on this company and see all 10 employees on LinkedIn. So here's Diana, who we just saw. There's an MD. I'm not connected with any of these people. Here's a clinical researcher. Looks like a foreign medical grad. So his recent activity, I mean, some of these people with like smaller connections are great because they will actually like reply back to you. But you can like post on something that they posted maybe. So here, 20 hours ago, if you don't like where you are, move. You're not a tree. He posted this. 3 days ago, I was raised to treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. Boom, like you can comment something there. I mean, get to know. This is how you get to know people. So I don't know. It's like much better doing that than spamming people. So do this, get to know them a little, then message them. If they don't have any posts, you can message them, but try not to spam when you're messaging. Just say, hey, you know what? I noticed you're another coordinator, or you work for this company. I watched this crazy guy's videos on YouTube, and he tell me like, this is what I got to do to break into the industry. This is what I can do as far as getting you studies, getting patients, helping out any way I can. This is kind of how you do it. I just wanted to share a little bit of this. Again, there's different strategies, but finding the bigger names for more of like engagement from others, like you're guaranteed to have posts with a lot of views, a lot of comments. You can also find some of those people's post with less comments. Yours will stand out more. If you want that particular person to see you, if you don't care who sees you, you just want somebody to know you, are the more people, the better. Post on their bigger posts. So this will work. It is going to work for anybody who is trying to get in the industry, or anyone trying to get another job in the industry. This is how you get to know people. In addition to also networking in person, going in person, and just putting in effort. This is how I've seen it work, and I know it works, and it can work for you too. Thank you, Guru Nation. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Bye bye.